No, it's certainly not just a business cycle. It's a fundamental change. What the social and political impact of the change will actually be is not altogether clear to me. It's obvious that the causes of the crisis, the proximate causes of the crisis, can be identified. Macroeconomic imbalances in particular. And the responsibility for that is over a very wide range of areas, including governments, companies, and so on. But the effect of the severe trauma, social and economic trauma that we're having on values and the application of values and principles to economic activity is not clear. So we don't know how that will ultimately unfold. I think that the world went through various cycles in its development. We went through a fundamental change in the late 80s, early 90s. The collapse of the Iron Curtain led to a situation where the whole concept of the market economy was accepted worldwide as being the basis upon which innovation and competitiveness could be assured into the future. The command economy and import substitution was clearly established to be the wrong way to go. We then went through a period where we had a one world economic system. We still have it. But within that one world economic system, there are different extremes in terms of the way that it works. For an example, the difference between the top decile and the bottom decile in terms of earning power in the Anglo-Saxon economies is much greater than it is in some other economies. Funnily enough, some of the lowest rates of marginal tax are to be found in former communist countries. Equally, in Europe, there is a social welfare economy. There are some economies that are working extremely effectively with high taxation, but also a market economy system. For an example, Denmark, which is per capita GDP, which is probably in the top 3 in the world. But it's had a marginal tax rate, I think, of about 64% until recently. I think they brought it down to about 59%, which many people in the United States and Britain would say would destroy economic activity, but it didn't. Yeah. So that debate as to how that balance should be retained in the future is part of this debate. We're not just talking about banks and how banks behaved and how they should behave or be regulated in the future. I think we're talking about now a broader set of questions about how society will react to what has happened.